Hello everyone, in this video I'll be unboxing the Sony RX100 Mark III. So I got this, I ordered this online and it cost around $600 plus $20 shipping, which was a really good deal because these cameras are quite expensive, especially the newest M6 model. Alright, so let's take a look around the box. As you can see, we got the picture of the camera. And then here we got all the specifications about the camera. I mean, I'm not going to read all that, but you guys can pause it if you need to. And then on the other side, they advertise some accessories with this compact camera. Alright, so let's go ahead and unbox it. Alright, so it looks like we have some paperwork. Alright. Okay, so this is from the site I got it from, I think. Some information about the camera and then how to use the viewfinder. Is that this NFC Wi-Fi guide. Believe this is an advertisement for cameras and accessories, and a really thick instruction manuals, which I'll probably will never read. Let's get inside, and first we have the power plug. So this uses the Australian plug. We also have where it will connect to. So we have the USB, which you would plug in the micro USB, and then on the other side we would plug in this cable here. And then also we have a wrist strap for the camera, and bottom we have a micro USB cable. And I believe you can use pretty much any standard micro USB cable, so it doesn't have to be the specific one that Sony gives you. So that's pretty okay. And down here we have the battery. So this is the battery that Sony gives us. It's a 1240 milliamp hour battery, and it's a lithium ion. Is that, and also we have some extra lanyards or wrist strap. I'm not sure what they are, but is that. And last but not least, the camera itself. Alright, let's just open it up. There is the camera. Gotta say, first impression, it's pretty small. I mean, I got pretty small hands, but it's a portable camera. I guess that's what they advertise it to be. A really portable, compact camera, which does really good videos and photos as well. So here's the lens with this control ring, what they call it. So you can, in the settings, you can customize it to whatever you want, such as the white balance, the ISO, focus, zoom, etc. And then on the top we have, this is the viewfinder. Got the flash, on off, zoom, shutter button, different modes that you can set. Right now it's set on automatic. And then we have the different controls, record button. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through all that, but in details, but it's pretty easy. And then we have the camera mount on the, the tripod mount on the bottom. And here, this is where you would put your SD card in here on the top. It's really hard to see, but SD card in here, and then here you put the battery. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, get this all set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the battery and the SD card installed, and I've been playing around with this camera for around half an hour, and I gotta say I'm really impressed with it with it so far. I mean, the pictures and the videos look absolutely amazing for this little camera. I mean, even though it's been out for a couple of years, I still believe it's still probably one of the best cameras you can get out there. And obviously the Mark 6 is really expensive. I think it's around $1,500 Australian dollars, which is very expensive when you compare it to a DSLR. But for this price, for $600 for a Mark III, I believe it's probably worth the value's money. So I'll show you on the features. Obviously you can turn this on, and then this is where you have your viewfinder. And what's cool about this viewfinder is it's tiltable, so you can have it you can bring it out like this, or if you want, you can have it as like a vlogging camera. So it's really good for vlogging. So this is one of the best cameras for vlogging. Also, the viewfinder, if you press this button right here, or you lift this button down, you can bring up the viewfinder, and it has a built-in sensor where if you put your eye in the if you put your eye like that, so pretend this thing is my eye, if you put your eye near the viewfinder, this screen will black out, so you can see right there. And if you can see, it's really hard to see, but you can actually see the viewfinder. There you go, there's a bit of it, but you can actually see pretty much what you're seeing from here would be what you're seeing in this viewfinder, so that's really cool. You also got the flash feature, so you can do flash photography, and this is tiltable as well, so you can have it pointing up and take a picture like that. So that's really cool. So I played around with the settings. Obviously I've changed some stuff, such as the formatting and how I want to record my videos. So obviously, to finish off this video, I'm going to switch over to the RX100 and we're going to do a bit of test. Alright, so now I'm currently recording on the Sony RX100 Mark III. Hopefully the quality and the microphone audio is a lot better compared to the previous camera that I used to film with. And speaking of that, this is the camera that I used to film with. Yes, I used to film pretty much most of my videos on the S9 Plus. I really think that the S9 Plus is a really good camera for both video and photos. Especially for a smartphone, this is a really good camera because it pretty much has everything, like 4K, 1080p, 60 FPS, 1080p, slow motion, which I don't really use. And probably the biggest feature I really enjoy with this camera or this phone is the autofocusing. It really has fast autofocusing, and it's so good to the point where sometimes the autofocus is a bit too aggressive. Like sometimes I'm trying to focus on one subject, but it will go out of focus and it'll go back in focus again. So but overall it is a really good camera, and I must say I'm really glad that I've used this camera for a while, but I think it's time to upgrade my camera tools, and this is why I bought the RX100 Mark III. So we're going to do a bit of a test. So obviously the audio quality is one of them, but also the autofocusing on this. So I've got this little iPhone 6s pamphlet or instruction, and we're just going to see how good the autofocusing is. So if I bring it up close to the camera, you can see it does a really good job of focusing. So everything is in focus, the subject is in focus, everything's really clear. And we go to the other side, let's read the text. Focus on text. Even a small text, it's really good at. Obviously I don't want to get too close, otherwise it will start to struggle with focusing, but it does a really good job. Even when I'm really this close to the camera, it does a good job of staying in focus. And that's probably one of the biggest advantages over the S9 Plus, is that the whenever you try to focus really close with the S9 Plus, it kind of struggles. It doesn't know where the subject is, or it can't really focus on the subject. But with this camera, it can focus really well on the subject, regardless of how close it is. And also another test I want to do is the zoom feature, which is also another advantage. So if we zoom in, you might hear the noise. But let's zoom in, let's zoom in halfway, just for now. And then we'll try the autofocusing feature. So yeah, it does a good job. Obviously you don't want to get too close again, because it is zoomed in, but it does a good job. So if I zoom in close, maybe out here, is that alright? So yeah, I'm still kind of experimenting with it, you know. I just got the camera, but yeah. And then if we zoom in really close, so let it focus back to normal, and then we zoom in really close, even further, and you can start to see that it still is in focus even when I'm zoomed in like 100%. This is the max it can go in terms of optical zoom. So yeah, you can pretty much see the text. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But yeah, so we're going to zoom out. So let it get back in focus. I'm going to zoom out. So pretty much this is my test or my first experience with the RX100. Obviously in the future, pretty much all my future videos I'll be recording in 1080p 60 frames per second, because this can do autofocusing in 60 FPS, but this can't. This can record in 60 frames per second, but it can't do autofocusing. You have to manually focus. This camera can do can autofocus in 60 FPS, which I really enjoy. So yeah, that's about it. Obviously in the next couple of videos I'll still be experimenting around with my videos, you know, with the camera itself as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and thank you for watching.